Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Great Iron Program. This is week 10, and I'm your host, Marquesius X, with one. All right, and today we're here to get down to great program number 10. I will not have any NFL updates for you guys. You're going to have to get that on yourselves. If you're following pro football, you know me, I'm all about college football, and that is that. So, NFL is just a bonus for me, and it's not something I really focus on. I watch it for pure entertainment and, of course, to enjoy watching my Raiders lose weekly. And today, to begin the Great Iron program for week 10, we're here to discuss football only. There will not be any fight discussion, no combat, whether it's boxing or MMA. Strictly college football, no nonsense, no BS. And to begin, for our top 25, we're gonna melt it. We're gonna melt everything in the same pot again. That will include the Big Ten, the ACC, the Pac-12, and the SEC. And also, I want to focus on the Big 12 as well, because why? It does matter. But even though we know Georgia is the one running things, this week I believe Georgia will have a bye weekend. In other words, they will not be playing. However, a team like Alabama should be on deck to play for this weekend. Teams like the Texas A&M should be playing, Notre Dame should be playing, Clemson should be playing, as well as teams like Oklahoma, who actually going to play Oklahoma State. And correction for the Georgia thing, their bye week I think is next week. I do believe Georgia have a game this weekend. But to begin, let's choose the national champion, of course, from last season, and potentially the one who's going to be champ again. So when you come to Georgia, as you all know, the record right now is 8-0, and Missouri is 7-1. Now for the game over the weekend coming up, this game will be at, let me mark it down for you guys, at 3:30 p.m. 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard or Atlantic, and this one will be on the ACC on CBS if I'm not mistaken. So if you guys have CBS, just subscribe to it. Me, I can promise you I will not be watching Georgia games. Not because I don't like Georgia. I'm just like strictly Alabama when it comes to college football when I watch games live. If Alabama's not having a hot game, I will not be watching any. I watch your highlights and that's it. So for this game here, we have Georgia versus Missouri. Don't forget Missouri is 7-1 and Georgia is 8-0 as the number one team in the division. Now, the prop they're giving you guys is minus 15.5 for Georgia to beat Missouri, or the overall and under is 55 point between both teams. Now, for this game, one second here. So I will go with game number one, Missouri, the great state of Missouri versus UGA, aka University of Georgia. So for this one here, you will do it like this. For the spread, the one they put, let's say minus 15.5. Oh, I don't like that one. So you guys gonna have to go. I would advise you guys go with plus, but I cannot trust a team like Missouri. So I'd say take that spread for minus 15 Georgia. Minus 15 Georgia. Take that spread. Buy some points to reduce it down to minus 10 or minus 7 if you can. Buy points. And then secondly, you can do the over and under like this. 55 over and under. So I'll do over and under 55. They're gonna put 0.54, ignore that, put over and under 55 because both teams should score among themselves 55 points all together. So that means all four quarters. If this game go to overtime, understand the rule. You will not cash out on it. They only count it from first quarter to fourth quarter. Anything that happened in overtime, the point spread does not apply when it comes to minus 15. The over and under for 55 will not be applicable. So you're going to do it just like this. Just follow my fingers and follow my instruction as I put it before you on this camera slowly. Right there. All right. Now let's move on to our second game of the weekend. After we did take care of the Georgia SEC matter, we have Penn State ranked 11th in the nation. One second here. Penn State is playing against, if I'm not mistaken, Maryland Terrapins and Maryland. So one second here, 12. So that would be game number two. Number two. And Penn State, one second, ranked 11th in the nation. Penn State. Right there is traveling to Maryland. Terrapins. Folks, Penn State will win this game. Do not follow any spread. They're going to put it plus 10 Maryland. Bullshit. Do not follow that spread. Do not do minus 10 Penn State. I expect them to struggle in this game. If they're going to win the game by a large margin, I expect them to impress me for 4 quarters. Even though I'm in love with number 15 as a quarterback, you are a good lad. You can do the football perfect spirals and everything. But only thing is, I have to respect the other team as well. You come into Maryland, Maryland is not going to Penn State to play in Pennsylvania. So therefore, I'm expecting the overall and under to be between mine and 49 points to 50, 51-ish. You guys just go with Penn State for the win. Ignore everything. Over and under and spread. Do not trust anything. Just go with the W, DUB, as we say here on this program, or just for the win. No spreads, no over and under. You will fuck up your money if you do so. Do not say I didn't tell you so. So no spread, no over and under. 1 second, no OUs, right there, and boom. Make sure you do it like this, and right there. Follow it just like that. If you do spread, you will lose. You do over and under, you will lose. I guarantee it. And now, a game that's guaranteed is the University of California, aka the Cal Bears. They're going to travel to Oregon. The Mighty Ducks, who's ranked number 6 in the nation. This will be a Pac-12 affair, and it's going to be a savage game. Let me give you the time. For the Penn State game, guys, if you want to cash it, it's also at 3:30 p.m. And if you do watch a channel down there called Peacock TV, you can check them or you can check Fox. Unlike you guys, me, I'd put all my shit on like on some online stuff on a satellite link. Sorry for the cussing. It's just that I don't do local stuff. So when stuff overseas being affected, I will not be watching these games. I'll probably follow the highlights next week. But you guys, if you do have access to Peacock TV or Fox in that area in Maryland, this is the channel it will be on. So this will be at 3:30 p.m. as well. You can put Fox, but Peacock TV is another option you can have as well. So 3:30 p.m. and check. Let's move down to the other games here. What I was saying, California Bears with a record of 3 and 5 travel to Oregon Mighty Ducks at 5:30 p.m. This will be on Pac-12 Network TV. And I can only see Oregon winning this game against California Bears. Now, the spread is a bit too large for me. Pause. They put it at minus 20, and they put over and under at 57.5 between the two teams. I would strongly advise that if you guys want to take risk, you go with the over and under 57, 58 points. Let me see here. California Bears. La 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 la. 1 second. Oregon Ducks. Okay, you can take a risk and do it like this. 50 over and under. 57. 58 points between the two teams. Or just go for the W to be on the safe side. My second option, I would strongly advise you take the second option. W, Oregon, or just for the win. And then that's it. So we got 5 more games to go when it comes to. Actually, today I want to reduce it down to 6. 3 more games to go because we don't want to take risk. And let's jump into an affair between the Washington, the 5th team ranked in the nation, versus USC Trojans at the Coliseum in Pasadena, California. Yay. So this one here, USC is 7-2. Washington is red hot, highly ranked in the nation overall in all the divisions. 5thly ranked in the entire NCAA football division. So for this game, they have plus 3. I think they have it plus 3.5 USC and 7-2 versus 8-0 record. In other words, Washington will not be scared, but USC Trojans is playing good football. So I'm gonna base this game on from the past 2 weeks when the USC played the Buffalo, Colorado Buffalo in Colorado, and they choked. They were supposed to beat them by a large margin. They only won the game by like was it like 3 points or 4 points? Because of this, I would like you guys to pick the USC Trojans, even though they're ranked 20th in the nation, plus 35. One second here. Ranked number 5, Washington. And please make sure you don't pick Washington State. Washington is the one with the purple W logo. Washington State is the one with the cursive red. Washington it is ST. So that's two teams. Oregon have Oregon Ducks, Oregon State, Washington State, and Washington. They all come from the same state of Washington in the west coast beneath British Columbia. So we're gonna put Washington. One second. Versus the 20th ranked in the nation, the USC Trojans. Shout out to Matt Liner and Reggie Bush. And I don't forget the history you guys made at that institution back in the early 2000s. So you're gonna go plus 3.5. I suggest you buy some points if you wanna. That's a field goal. You don't have to buy for a 2 point conversion. 2 points normally it's highly unlikely it's gonna happen by 2 points. So 3.5 USC, por favor. Or just go, and then if you're gonna go for the W, go with Washington to win the game. They will win it. Washington to win, regardless the turf, to win ball game. And like that. There it is right there. So this is how I want you guys to do it. I'm gonna hold it for you guys. 5 second rule. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now, after we're done with this, let's move on to the game number 5. So game number 5, we have the second best team in the nation. I don't like calling him that. I would like to call him the best team in the nation. Michigan Wolverine ranked 3rd because apparently somebody is buttering the coach's fingers. The number 1 team in the nation now, according to their ranking, not the fans' ranking or the coach's ranking. Apparently, there's some weird ranking going on here. Georgia is number 2, Michigan is number 3, and they put Oregon, what's it like? They put Ohio State as the number 1 team in the nation. Right. Georgia's number 1, folks. Michigan Wolverine is number 2, and the Ohio State is number 3. They're not gonna win the NCAA in January, so I highly suggest you get on the hype train with Michigan. This weekend they'll be hosting Purdue University. Purdue from Georgia will travel to Michigan and the Motor City to face the number 3 rank. That's what they're putting it as. Wolverines. One second here. So you guys gonna have a choice to place your wagers like this. Minus 32.5, over and under is 50. For this one, I cannot guarantee a spread, even though Wolverine is one of the hardest team in NCAA. What I would strongly suggest you guys do is go with the over and under 50 points, or buy some points between the two teams. 50 PTS. Guarantee 100%. I'm so confident. I'm not even gonna look. When I look at the highlight next week, I guarantee you it's gonna be over 50 points. This game gonna be like a 53, 55, even to 60 points. But I expect Michigan to rout them out. So Michigan to win, or if you feel safe, you don't want to cash much, just put Michigan Wolverines. Wolverines wins. Get for the dub. And that's it. And for the last game of the pick, actually I'll give you 2 more. I'll give you 3 more. Now we have 1 second here. SEC affair where Alabama, my team, host LSU Tigers. Man, Alabama with number 4 Russ, and then Jaden Daniel at LSU, who is in the top 3 contenders to win the Heisman Trophy this year. To avoid making a foolish mistake, I would like you guys to reconsider on how you place this bet. Now Alabama is playing at home, 7-1. LSU is 6-2. These are 2 teams in the SEC conference where I was raised, that I understand as a kid watching football and college football. This is a battle between these two teams here. They're fighting for the SEC, who's going to be the top dog and who's going to make it to the bowl game and possibly go into the playoff scenarios and go on to win the national championship. Alabama currently is ranked 8th in the nation, and LSU is ranked 14 in the nation. Jaden Daniels, as you guys know, is a quarterback I would like to have one day at the Raiders to replace Jimmy Pornstar Graffopolo, who I'm not impressed by. The guy suck. He's not worthy to be a quarterback in the NFL, to be honest with me, if you ask me for my honest opinion. But to make sure that, one second here, I need to wear my glasses, one second. I would strongly advise that you guys, this weekend, you just watch this game without placing a bet on it. Me, as an Alabama guy, I'm going to put it down to make sure I put the score line, but I highly recommend you stay away from that game because it's going to be too much pressure on these two quarterbacks to deliver for their team. And when it comes to Alabama, I know that my quarterback have an issue when it comes to performing under pressure. Daniels don't have that issue. This kid is built. He's like the new Cam Newton, except a little bit more slimmer and faster on the foot. And he can sling that football from the 99-yard to the other end. So I have to go with LSU here. Okay, let me put it down. So I'm gonna put this okay. I'm gonna put this game down. The Purdue game versus Michigan is at 7:30, folks. So 7:30 p.m. I'm gonna put this one down for you guys. 7:30 p.m. a las 7:30. And when it comes to the Alabama game, is at 7:45. 7:45 p.m. LSU 12. LSU is ranked 14th in the nation. LSU Tigers, the Bengals of Louisiana versus the 8th ranked BAMA, as I call them. So you're gonna just go with LSU plus 3. I would do it like this. Even it's a game I highly recommend. You have to be an expert to pick this game. So LSU plus 3. That's how I would do it, and then buy some points. And but you, if you're a rookie in this, I'd highly recommend that you stay away. And there will not be. Just go with that plus 3 LSU, just like this. And let me put this game as number 6. Seriously, guys, if you're new to this, I strongly advise you stay away from that game because it's going to be very tactical in the first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, as they do or as they've done before my eyes over the last 30 years, is let it all hang. I've been watching this since I was 7.5, 8 years old, and trust me, in the fourth quarter, it's going to be a showdown like two cowboys in a gunslinging fight. So it's going to be a Mexican standoff in the fourth quarter. So I suggest you guys take this serious. If you're the pros, pay attention to the game quarterly. You can do live betting if you want, just to make sure you're on the safe side. But for the rookies, stay away from this game by all means necessary, and I mean it. I mean it. And now, moving on to the game number 7. One more to go. One second here. Uh, I have. Wow. You know what? I'm gonna skip this one. I was gonna say Miami versus North Carolina State's. Nah, nah. You don't get no love this weekend. All the love will go to Oregon State traveling to Colorado Buffalo. Deion Sanders. We are on prime time TV again at 10 p.m. on Saturday on ESPN. Oh my lord. So we have the number 16th rank in the nation, Oregon State. One second here. Oregon State is traveling to face the Colorado Buffalo. Colo Buff. I'm gonna call you guys Colo Buff this weekend. So Deion Sanders is hosting Oregon State. Oh, it's not gonna be good because the Beavers are angry and they're looking for blood. And their record is 6-2. And the Pac-12. Colorado, they showing Colorado some love. They want to put Colorado plus 13.5. Yes, even though the record is 4-4. They're playing in their home turf in Colorado. They're 4-4. Oregon State is 6-2. I don't know the status of Deion Sanders' son yet because he was hurt last weekend, shoulder injury, and the way he was holding that left shoulder of his, it was wrapped up and taped up. And I don't know if he's going to be up to it mentally or if they're going to use their backup quarterback. Now, folks, I would strongly suggest that you tune in like 30 minutes prior to the game before it starts at 10 p.m. inshallah. Because if the kid is not playing, I expect Oregon State to cover the spread of minus 14 by 2 touchdowns. If Deion Sanders' son is playing, if Schroeder Sanders is playing, I expect Colorado to lose this game plus 13.5 or plus 14. It depends on how you buy your points, plus 10 to cover that spread to avoid further embarrassment. But knowing what I know, go with Oregon State for the win. Oregon State dub. And that's it. You will not catch much because they expect them to win. You will not cash out much, but Oregon State for sure will win this game. 100% guarantee they will deliver on the money. And like this, Oregon State for the win. I avoid all spreads. I avoid all nonsense. I guarantee you 100% you will be cashing out nicely. Right there. And for the last game we have, give me something here to give the people. La, la, la. No, I don't like this one. I don't like that one. I don't like that one. And oh hell yes, folks, I have a guaranteed 100% win for you guys this weekend. When I say it's 100%, it is 100%. You probably were expecting Notre Dame versus Clemson. Nah. Texas A&M versus Old Mississippi. Nah. Jacksonville State versus South Carolina. Nah. Arizona State versus Utah. Nah. Air Force versus Army. Nah. Even though it's a rivalry game. Nah. The game I have for you is Florida State versus Pittsburgh, whose record is 2-6, and Florida State is 8-0. Yes, I'm bullying on the Pittsburgh University team, and I expect Florida State, who's ranked number 4 in the nation right now, with Travis, Jordan Travis. 1 second here. Jalen Travis, sorry. I sometimes I get his name mixed in with Jaden Daniels from LSU, my favorite quarterback in the NCAA right now, and soon to be a Raider, I hope. Let me see here. So the rank number 4 team in the nation, Florida State University, FSU. And this game will be at 3:30 p.m. And Pittsburgh will be the host. They're not ranked, folks. They suck. This is why if I do 8 teams for y'all, expect me to pick on one or two teams to bully them because it's guaranteed wins. You cannot just pick all the hard games. Sometimes you gotta pick the easy one too. God damn it. And so with this one here, don't forget the record is 2-6, and Florida State is 8-0. They would like you to select Pittsburgh plus 21.5. Florida State will beat them perhaps by more than minus 25 or minus 30. So I would go with FSU to avoid any mistake, folks. So you're gonna go FSU. Buy some points if you want. FSU minus 20 minus. If you buy some points, you can reduce it to minus 20. You buy further points, you can reduce it to minus 14. But they're gonna ask you for a lot of bread to do that. So you guys may have to do it like this. So FSU for the win, and dub FSU, which is your third option if you want. Right freaking there. FSU all day, cover spread, whatever, however they're presented, FSU is guaranteed to win. Now, for all the games in the NCAA, we have this is gonna be like a very quick wrap up for the week. We have team like Auburn versus Vanderbilt. I will not put this, as you can see, I put my sheet aside. My selection's been made. I hope yours were too. So now we're gonna focus on the other games here in the NCAA for week 10. Let's start from the top to bottom to make sure you're well covered. I will give you a quick wrap up before I close the show. And we have Wake Forest versus Duke. Duke is playing at home. Just go with Duke for the W. And they're putting a spread of minus 12 and minus 12.5. Not good for me. I need more. And when it comes to Boston College versus Syracuse, I would say to go with Boston College or Syracuse, but I don't know them that well this season. I would say avoid. Texas Longhorn hosting Kansas State. Go with Texas Longhorn to go 8-1. They will win this game. They're putting minus 4. By some points, make it -2 or -3 for a field goal. I expect Texas Longhorn to win this game, and that's it. Alright. And then we have Indianapolis versus Wisconsin, 2-6. Indianapolis hosting Wisconsin, 5-3. Plus 9.5 Indiana. Go with Wisconsin to win the game. W guaranteed. Mark my word. And then we have the mighty Ohio State, who they're ranking as the number one team in the nation, as if Michigan, Wolverine, and Georgia are not 8-0 as well. Okay. And Ohio State versus Rutgers, easy game. Pick Ohio State to win the game. This one will be at 12 p.m. in the afternoon to start the weekend off. Ohio State will win this game guaranteed 102,000 gazillion percent. There will not be any miracles. I don't believe in crap like that. And I guarantee you, the Ohio State with Marvin Harrison Jr. and number 6 McCord, they will obliterate the living hell out of Rogers, who's 6-2. Rogers will go 6-3. You will lose. There is a guarantee. And now, other games further down the pack, we have North Carolina, Tar Heels. I'm not gonna skip that. When it's basketball, I'll let the basketball people do their thing. And Nebraska versus Michigan State. Nebraska should beat Michigan State Spartans and Michigan because they're having a very bad season without their coach. The assistant coach did not have enough time to prep his team. Well, I don't know what he was doing with the head coach was coaching, but now he's gone, and there is no way they're gonna beat this hot Nebraska team coming in town, 5-3, and I expect them to go 6-3 over the weekend. And then we have the Florida Gators, Croc, Croc hosting the Arkansas Razorback, 2-6. Florida is 5-3, and they're picking Florida Gators to win this game by -6. You guys buy some points to reduce it to -5 or -4 or -3. A field goal, I believe that Florida State will win this game by. And I have a high feeling this game may go to overtime. So to avoid the nonsense, make sure that you go with the Gators just for the W or buy some points to reduce it down to -3, -4, or -5. But yeah, ow. And then we have games like South Carolina versus Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State will beat South Carolina Gamecocks, and the Roosters will be blocked nicely this weekend. And this game is at in the afternoon. They put Carolina -15.5. BS. Go with Jacksonville State to go 8-2 and cause the upset at the Gamecocks and Columbia. You will not win this game. You saw it, my man. I grew up with y'all. I know your record is infallible when it comes to being sucked. So you're gonna lose this game against Jacksonville State. It's a guaranteed win, 100%. And then we have Texas A&M versus Old Mississippi. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. They're ranked 10th in the nation, by the way, which is a miracle. And this is the same team that breaded the likes of A.J. Brown of the Philadelphia Eagles, the best wide receiver in the NFL, the best 11 in the NFL, as well as DK Metcalf. They used to be a pair. And once they graduated, Metcalf went to the Seattle Seahawks. A.J. Browns went to the Tennessee Titans. Now, after the trade was done, was it a couple of years ago? Now he's an Eagle. Good for the young lad for being number one in the NFL. Still 25 years old, if I'm not mistaken, or 24 years old. The young man's a savage. And for this game, I would like to go with Texas A&M +3. Listen to what I'm saying here. I will not write this down on my list. My list is done. This is for you guys who's novice to NCAA football. You will go with Texas A&M +3. I guarantee this game is at 12 p.m. in the afternoon. I expect Texas A&M to shock Old Mississippi even though they're ranked 10th. Just for the bragging right. They're not going to win the bowl or go to the playoff or win the national championship, but just for bragging rights. They're going to stick it to Old Mississippi. And then we have Notre Dame traveling to Clemson University with a record of 4-4, and Notre Dame is ranked 15th in the nation with a record of 7-2. This game will be at 12 p.m. in the afternoon, and +3 they would like Notre Dame to have against Clemson, or should I say they want Clemson +3. Go with Notre Dame, folks, just for the W. Ignore the lines. You can buy money -2 at Notre Dame or -3, but I guarantee you that Notre Dame should win this game to go 8-2. And then, what else do I have for guaranteed game? Utah, ranked 18th, should be Arizona Sun Devil at 2 p.m. Georgia Tech versus Virginia Tech. Avoid this game by all costs. Not even think about placing wagers on it. Illinois versus Minnesota. I avoid this game by all means necessary. No disrespect this wonderful program establishment. It's just that I don't trust the two teams, so therefore I cannot put them on my list. And we have University of Tulane versus East Carolina. Uh, go with Tulane or Tulane to go 8-1. And this game is at 3:30 p.m. I'm not an expert on this program. I have to follow 133 teams a year, and I reduce it to 130 because I don't follow teams like Tulane or Tulane University. And then we have Iowa 6-2 traveling to Northwestern at 4-4. This is +5. Iowa versus Northwestern. Stay away from that game, folks. I don't trust the Jayhawks this weekend. And I don't trust the Hawkeyes. Nah. And then we have Auburn traveling to Vanderbilt. Another game to avoid. It's going to be boring. My God. Another boring SEC game. This one is going to be at 1600 hours, which is 4 p.m. And then we have Iowa State versus Kansas City Jayhawks, who's traveling to Iowa State. I expect you guys to go with, jeez, uh, avoid. I would say go with +3. Kansas City Jayhawks. You can do so. Or because the game is at Iowa, the record is 5-3, and Jayhawks is 6-2 overall. To avoid making any mistake here, avoid this game. I would like you guys to go with the underdog Iowa State, but unfortunately I can't do that, so don't do that. Kentucky, Mississippi State, another game to avoid. Don't go with that game. So what? University of Florida of Miami 6-2 versus North Carolina State. Avoid, avoid. We're good. And then the last game, which is at 9 p.m. I think. Oh, is it the last game? No, the last game is at 10:30. We have UCLA, who's ranked 19 versus Arizona. Not the Sun Devil, but the other Arizona, who's 5-3. UCLA is 6-2. Plus 2.5 Arizona versus UCLA. I expect UCLA to struggle. So therefore, I would go with Arizona as the underdog plus 2.5 by some points to elevate it to +5 or +4. So that way, if Arizona do falter, you don't lose by a large margin. You can collect your dough by with 4 +4 +3 by field goal. But to close the report for NCAA college football for this week, wonderful week 10 of the great program, we have this one here. I guarantee you, because it would be a miracle for Stanford to defeat Washington State, the other Washington State I warned you about, guys, at 9 p.m. -13 is the line here for Washington State. Okay, you can buy against that line, but I expect them to win this game by -14. They can raise the stakes to -14 all the way to -20. I would still go with Washington State, but to be on the safe side, your first very bet should be to win the game, and your second option should be the spread. Minus by some points, reduce it to -10, -8, -7. Washington State should win this game. As I said for you guys, we are dealing with some overseas nonsense because that's what I do. I put my stuff. When you put your eggs in one basket, that's what you expect to happen. I will be back next. I will load this up for you guys within the next 48 hours. And as for, I will do my Canon podcast as well for all the football lovers, European football lovers, and I will load it up for you guys. But for when it comes to the NFL, one team that's guaranteed to win this weekend, again, I would like you guys to focus on the Cincinnati Bengals. They will win this weekend. Miami Dolphins, they will win this weekend. Dallas Cowboys will face the Eagles on the game of the weekend. Go with the Philadelphia Eagles. I do not believe in the Dallas Cowboys nonsense at all. The defense is very good, but they will falter. Guaranteed team to win this weekend again. San Francisco 49ers, question mark, but after coming off the back of a loss, they should be able to win. A team that's guaranteed to win this weekend. Okay, let me write this down 1 second for the pros to make sure I have this correct. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys Bengals. 1 second, let me get my pen again. I'm gonna do pros, pro league. La la, na, Okay, Pro League. 1 second here. Oh, since it's the NFL, let me put like a little something in the background for you guys. Since it's NFL football, gotta show my respect to the Autumn Falls. Where is my app? There it is. Oh yeah. So for the Pro League, I'm gonna give you the guarantees again. Cincinnati Bengals. Number 2 team, Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3, San Francisco 49ers. Number 4, for number 4, I would say Miami Dolphins. Number 5, would be the Kansas City Chiefs for a bounce back. And as number 6, as a bonus, I will give you as a bonus for number 6. Well, let me think. Jacksonville Jaguars. You do it like this. These are all wins. Like this. Look at it, snapshot it, screenshot it. I guarantee you 80 to 100% the following 6 teams will deliver this weekend. And that's it. So folks, without further ado, I would like to beg you adieu, and I will see you guys next week with the program. And as always, your outro.
Yeah, come on. Please me, baby. Turn around and just tease me, baby. You got what I want and what I need, baby. Let me hear you say, please. Let me hear you say, please. Please me, baby. Turn around and just tease me, baby. You got what I want and what I need, baby. Let me hear you say, please. Let me hear you say, please. Lollipopping, twerking in some J's on the dance floor. No panties in the way. I take my time with it. Bring you close to me. Don't want no young dumb shit. But up on me like we listening to Jodeci. I was trying to lay low, taking it slow. When I'm fucking again, hey, gotta celebrate. If your man look good, but I put him away. If you can sweat the weave out, you shouldn't even be out. There no reservations at the pussy, you gon' eat out. I'm gonna ride it, do it just how you like it tonight. And after that, let's do it one more time. Girl, I ain't one for begging, but now you got me begging. Please me, baby. Turn around and just tease